It was a Thursday night. No, wait. Friday morning. Let's just say it was 2 a.m., and I was trying desperately to fall asleep. It was really, really difficult. But I somehow managed to begin drifting away. Right at that perfect point where you're about to fall asleep, I noticed the back patio light turning on, followed by my dog barking loudly from downstairs. This was odd because that light usually isn't set off, even with small animals like squirrels or rabbits. But nonetheless, I figured it was just updating or had a glitch or something, so I rolled over and fell into a deep sleep. The following night, something similar happened. A little bit earlier this time, must have been around midnight. I saw that strange light come on once again, but this time, I never heard my dog bark once. The next morning, I realized that the back door was wide open, and my dog was nowhere to be found. I figured he must have run down the street or something, but he never came back. For the next 3 nights in a row, this strange light would come on from the downstairs patio. I always questioned what it was, until finally it hit me. It couldn't have been the patio light at all. For starters, it was nowhere near the patio. It must have been in the middle of the backyard, shining down brightly. And second of all, I'm pretty sure my patio light isn't bright purple. My wife and I own a farm in Connecticut. We have 2 kids, and it's a really quiet and peaceful area. There's not neighbors for miles, and we have tons of cornfields and crops that we take care of. One night, though, I heard rumbling in the bushes, so I used my flashlight and went to go check it out. I couldn't find anything, but I figured it was some teenage punks trying to steal my crops. The following night, though, I heard the same noises again. Again, I went out to check, but couldn't find anyone. The next day, I noticed that a few of my animals, including a few donkeys and cows, had gone missing. This made me furious, as that was our income for our family. So that night, I set out in the cornfields to try to find whoever was taking my crops and animals. Maybe around 1 a.m., when I was searching and almost was about to turn back, I heard strange whispering. But it wasn't normal whispering by any standards. It appeared to be in a foreign language, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was. It wasn't French, nor Spanish, nor Japanese. It almost sounded synthetic. I then saw bright, flashing lights, and when I moved the corn out of the way, I could see exactly what was making the strange noises. Roughly 6 3-foot-tall humanoid-like creatures were standing around in a circle. They were greenish in color and were wearing what appeared to be metallic astronaut suits, is what I could best describe them as. I was looking at them for at least 20 seconds until one of them looked in my direction. They all started chattering, and then all faced my way. I darted out of there and made it home safely. I didn't hear them following me or anything, but I did hear a strange noise about an hour later. It sounded like a large car or plane taking off. We never did hear from those strange things again. But if you put my money on it, I would say they were extraterrestrial. We come in peace. That's what they told us, and we believed them. We believed them for years, always thinking they were going to make the earth more peaceful, always thinking they were going to not divide us but bring us closer together. We trusted them, and we made friends with these strange beings from another place. They would talk to us and tell us about how to make life more peaceful, how they were going to make our lives far more easy and better off. And we loved them for that. It was strange, though. Some of the new actions they put forth started to seem a bit strange. First of all of the young children and the elderly were taken off for help. I assume this was for childcare and elderly assistance, but this was likely not the case. I wasn't sure of exactly what was going on, but I did know that they had other plans as well. One of them included hunger. That's all they described it as. Hunger. We all assumed this meant stopping world hunger, ending child poverty in other countries, and we were so glad that they were going to finally do something to help us in the fight against hunger. We all believed them, and we all put our money, resources, and time into helping these strange creatures. One day, I went up to one that was stationed near my home. I was asking it questions, and through a communication device, it was able to tell me, in my language, what the plans were. I began asking it about hunger, and this thing replied, "We hunger." It caught me off guard for a second. I always thought you and your kind were going to end human hunger. This thing looked at me perplexed and shook its head. I think now I realize where all those kids and elderly folks went. And I think they're coming for me next.